And joining us right now, we have political consultant Matt Klink. Matt, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Lena.
Yes, thank you. So in the United States, we haven't seen an assassination attempt against a former president or a presidential candidate in quite some time. And given the political climate we've been seeing between former President Donald Trump and President Biden, is this attempt surprising?
Well, the answer is yes, it is. I mean, we haven't seen something like this at a presidential level since Ronald Reagan, the assassination on Ronald Reagan during his first term in office in the early 1980s, and then obviously 1968. But I mean, look, Steve Scalise was shot by a deranged gunman outside of a softball practice in Washington, D.C. And it just goes to highlight that the men and women who run for these offices, you know, they take controversial stances on issues that have national importance, and the rhetoric that, you know, everyone uses has the potential to greatly inflame. And it just, you know, this is what happens. We don't know yet why this person did this, but I suspect we're going to find out that he had some deep-seated animosity toward Donald Trump, or something was just off with him.
Right. And do you think that this will benefit Trump's campaign or derail it?
Oh, in fact, there's already a picture circulating on the internet of Donald Trump with his fist in the air with an American flag behind him. That it's going to explode the internet. Not only will Donald Trump raise millions of dollars off of this, it's going to energize an already energized Republican base. And Trump, Trump, after he was injured, is yelling, "Fight, fight, fight," you know, and ramping the crowd back up again. So, I mean, Trump showed how tough he is today in this rally.
Yeah, and then looking forward to the Republican convention on Monday, what effects do you see this have? Well,
it will be really interesting. I mean, I think first and foremost, we need to find out the facts of what happened and who the allegedly dead sniper was on the roof that they're now talking about. But at the convention, I think that, you know, look, the Trump campaign can easily point to caustic rhetoric from the Democrats. Joe Biden just this week said we've got to put a bullseye on Donald Trump. And how many hundreds of Democrats have said Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy? I mean, that's a little extreme when you're talking about a presidential candidate. And I think you're going to hear a very aggressive pushback, and it plays right into Trump's populist message that he is fighting for America. And now he has literally taken a bullet for America. It's going to be a very, very aggressive convention for the Republicans.
Yeah, and you mentioned President Biden. So how do you feel as though this will affect his position?
Well, I think the Secret Service is going to ramp up protection on everyone. I think that, you know, obviously Donald Trump's going to get more and better Secret Service protection. Joe Biden's team, I'm sure, is going to ramp up even more. I mean, I just think that, you know, for everyone, it's just going to create an added level of tension around politicking, because as we've seen today, the stakes can be really, really high. So it makes an already hot election that much hotter. The challenge is whether Joe Biden becomes more assertive and goes out and does more campaigning, or if he retreats and does more of a White House basement campaign and tries to stay, basically stay out of the spotlight.
Earlier, you mentioned that Joe Biden put kind of a bullseye on Trump. Do you feel as though the climate that Joe Biden has created in what he said about Trump has kind of prompted this to happen today?
Well, he said we have to put a bullseye on Trump. Look, this is just rhetoric that's used in the course of a political campaign. I've used it with when I'm advising candidates myself. The challenge, though, is that when something completely unpredictable like this happens, everybody starts looking back at past things that have been said, and everybody then says, words have consequences. Rhetoric is powerful. It can move people who are already angry or upset or mentally unstable to take irrational actions. So, look, no, I do not blame Joe Biden in any way, shape, or form for what happened. But I do think that there has been a pervasive action by Democrats for years, and from the legacy news media, to say that Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy and he must be dealt with immediately. Well, you put that in light of today, and you can see how the rhetoric, again, it inflames an already divided America.
All right, Matt, thank you. I want to thank you for joining us this evening.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Murcia with Eyewitness News Bakersfield Now on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have tons of great content to choose from. While you're here, go ahead and click on the subscribe button right there. That way you can stay up to date on all the things related within Kern County. Thanks for watching.